You know, I said at the beginning that Dennis gave a talk about the problem with I, and he brought up at the end suffering, impermanence, and non-self. Leaving aside suffering and leaving aside non-self for a second, I knows that my time is limited. That's a big problem. Most of us are scared shitless of that prospect. And we create all sorts of facades and strategies to protect ourselves from that basic truth. That my time is limited. So I has a problem right from the start. I is going to cease to exist, and I knows it. So desire, anger, greed, fear, all of it can arise out of that basic insecurity. That's a fact. If there's one truth that we can agree on, it's that none of us get out alive. And a lot of times our theories and philosophies make it that we've made a mistake because we're going to die. We're not going to exist. So planning, fear, all of these mechanisms that I creates to create some security in a world that doesn't really provide any. So already it's a problem. If you add in this non-self that the Buddha talked about, it's even more complicated, because the Buddha stipulates that this thing that we call I, and if you notice, Dennis's talk revolved very honestly around the problems of I. And the Buddha said, I is a fiction. So imagine, I knows that it's going to die. Somewhere in there, I has a sense that it's a fiction. But if it's a fiction, then what is there? People are going to think I'm this way. I think I'm that way. All of the stories we tell ourselves. We weave together a narrative, and then we believe that that narrative is I. That's our suffering. That's our ignorance. Ignorance leads to suffering. Ignorance and delusion lead to suffering. The belief that the narrative is real is the problem. And practice is about unwinding the narrative. We can become aware of the story, and rather than fighting the story, we really can, not intellectually, but we get the experience that the story is not so. The narrative that we weave is a fiction. And if we stop believing so strongly in the narrative, great doubt naturally arises. If it's not this, then what?